Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for the Walking Dead universe. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another top 5 ranking video. We're going to talk about the top 5 most demanded things from me as a fan coming up in the Walking Dead universe. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another video. This one, we're going to be going over the Walking Dead franchise. We're going to go over a little bit of thoughts from myself personally, and I know some of your guys' thoughts on the franchise and its current state at the moment. We're going to go through the top 5 things that I want to see from the Walking Dead universe. So, things that the Walking Dead universe should do, right? And I think this is definitely an important thing because as a fan of the franchise, as somebody that has supported the franchise for a long time, you know, we all obviously have passion and love for The Walking Dead, so how do I take that and do a top 5 things that I would request seeing from them? Well, that's what we're going to go ahead and talk about in this video. We're going to go through that, we're going to discuss it, and give our thoughts. So, of course, post your top 5 down below, top 5 things you want to see happen in the Walking Dead universe, because I get the idea that the franchise is going to be here for a little while. Some of these opinions in this video will probably be very, you know, very much just me, but again, I'm sharing with you guys what I think this franchise should do in the top 5 things that I think this franchise would very much benefit of doing. So that's that. Now, getting started with number 5. All right, so starting off with number 5, major antagonists. So, what do I mean by major antagonists? Well, obviously, if you guys remember back, you know, over the last like 5-6 years, the fan base was very much in agreement that, you know, CRM was going to be a endgame type of threat for the Walking Dead universe, that we wouldn't get a bigger threat than that, and that CRM would be the final antagonist of the Walking Dead universe. Well, obviously, we now know that's not the case. So what I mean by this is that we need a direction. We need a villain group that is going to, you know, take us home, you know? And I don't know what that's going to be, but they need to come up with something. That is for sure. They need to come up with something. And I hope it happens soon. I really do. I think they need to start setting up some kind of endgame threat of some kind of direction that kind of, you know, combines these shows together and actually starts steering us into a direction. Because CRM was not that. Commonwealth was not that. So we need to get some kind of, you know, villain in here that is actually going to lead us to that point. So that's what I'd say for number 5. Now, whether it's, you know, the Barazi or it's the Union d'Espoir or whatever, Madame Ginet's group or whatever, either way, even if it is that, we need to get indication that that is the final antagonist of the franchise. We need to get some kind of endgame threat, some kind of direction here of some kind with a villain group, I would say. Number 4 is then going to be make the spin-offs matter. Now, what do I mean by make the spin-offs matter? Well, obviously, The Ones Who Live has no plans to continue. That was a one-shot deal for Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrera. But we have Daryl Dixon and Dead City going on right now, which obviously have no connections to the main story at Alexandria or anything like that. My ask about this is that make these stories matter. Make these spin-offs matter. And I think that's what I really should say about this, is that the spin-offs currently right now don't feel like they have much of a connection to anything. They kind of feel like their own, you know, separate stories. Make them matter at one point is really my big request. Make the spin-offs matter and make the spin-offs have a point to them. That's the best way I could put it. Number 3 is then the return of Morgan Jones. Yes, this is a huge one. We need this one badly. Morgan returning in the Walking Dead franchise is a crucial thing, in my opinion. And I know not everybody likes Morgan, that's totally fine, but at least for me personally, you need Morgan to return. He went out there at the end of 806 of Fear looking for Rick, trying to track him down. There is absolutely no way you can convince me that Morgan's story is over. You need Morgan to return in the franchise in some way, shape, or form. Whether he gets his own spinoff or he goes into another show, doesn't really matter. Morgan needs to return in this franchise, and he needs to be present for a reunion with Rick of some kind. You know, what that is, we'll have to see, but we need some kind of reunion. Absolutely, hands down. Number 2 is then going to be Daryl and Rick's reunion. Yes, I'm talking to you there, Gimple. I want Rick and Daryl's reunion, and I want it soon. people are going to start giving up. People are going to start getting really, really fed up. I'm telling you right now, Daryl and Rick's reunion is one of the biggest priorities of this franchise right now. Even though Gimple says it's not, I don't understand why he has that idea or that mindset, but that brothership, that reunion matters. We don't need to do 10 seasons overseas with Daryl Dixon. Meanwhile, you have Rick that is back home. That makes no sense whatsoever. And that is something that I seriously demand from this franchise. And number one, the most requested thing for me as a fan for the Walking Dead universe, probably going to be a very hot take, probably going to be a very, very tough one for you guys to comprehend, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The Walking Dead needs to end. Now, what do I mean by The Walking Dead needs to end? You're probably like, Dan, what the fuck are you talking about? Here's what I'm saying. We need an endgame. We need a crossover. We need a joined together series, and we need to conclude this. We do. And it needs to happen within the next couple years, at the very least. We need a couple seasons max of Dead City and Daryl Dixon. 3 to 4 seasons at the most. And then conclude this with a crossover, major event, major big final hurrah with everybody together, everybody in one show together or movie, doesn't matter what you do. And you close this thing out. Absolutely. And I know some people are probably going to say, Dan, why do you want it to end? Why do you want everything to end? Because the actors are getting older, and because the CRM is over, and because the spinoffs are very disjointed right now. I think the best thing for them to do without dragging this out any further is to put it to rest in a couple years. I really think it would help them. I really do. And this is coming from somebody that is a fan of The Walking Dead. This is coming from love. This is not coming from hate. This is coming from love for this franchise. I think this franchise needs to end. I really do. And I've never been so sure about it ever since the end of Ones Who Live. We need this franchise to end. We do. I love it. I really do. But we need it to end. It needs to reach its ending, because with the way it's dragging out and the way it's drawing itself out here, not a good idea. I'm telling you right now, it's not a good idea. And if they continue to drag it out for multiple years, they'll have a lot of problems. They will have a lot of problems. Instead of making it epic, making it a big deal, bringing everybody together, and making the audience freak the hell out. I mean, honestly, getting to see everybody together, join together for this big Walking Dead journey. I'm telling you, it's the best thing they could do, is cap this off in a couple years. But that's just my 2 cents. Let me know your top 5 down below. Let me know your thoughts, your predictions, all that stuff going forward in the franchise. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos of The Walking Dead. Be sure to follow me at Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.